Hey ladies and gents, it's Trina, also known as KolourMeKarle, back at again with a new video on how to perfect the brow look. Now, I've had clients as well as my friends, they always ask me how I do my brows, how do I perfect my brows, so I just decided to make a brief video on how I do my brows and my techniques on how I make it work for myself and how it looks more natural but still defined. I hope this video helps you guys because honestly I'm all about helping. You know what I mean? Now I'm gonna use two different products for the brows. Like, I'm gonna show you a way you can actually perfect the brow look with Wild brow definer pencil. Now this comes with a pencil and the spoolie on the side, and honestly it's inexpensive. It's like it's $4.90, excuse me, it's like $2.99, probably it's dirt cheap, you know, below $5, so by all means. Sometimes I've used different products from MAC, Bobby, NARS, and honestly this works just as well. So if you're looking for something a little bit more inexpensive and looking to practice, Wet n Wild. I'm using the color Brunettes. Brunettes do it better because I don't like using black. Ladies and gents, I recommend not to use black. Use like an espresso color or brunette, dark brown kind of colors, and yeah, so it defines your brows just as well, you know, dark brown, beautiful. And then I'm also going to go in with my eyeshadow in Mystery. That is also you could use as a brow powder as well from MAC. The brow powders are meant to give more a soft look, and you know, somebody who has a little bit more defined, already has brows but just likes to fill in certain areas, is where you would go in with the brow pencil. I mean, excuse me, the eyeshadow, the brow powder. Excuse me, eyeshadow, but yeah, the brow powder. So I'm going to show you two different looks and pretty much how I perfect my brows. And yeah, I hope you guys stay tuned. Like, subscribe, share, and thumbs up. Yeah, like, thumbs up. Comment below on what other videos you would like to see from me and like what other tricks. So let me know. I'm your helper. Alright, hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great one. Bye!
So I'm showing again the Wet n Wild pencil that I'm going to be using in this video, and the color Brunettes Do It Better. Again, as I said, Brunettes Do It Better in the Wet n Wild pencil. And then the other side is the spoolie. That's what I'm going to use to blend out and soften my brow look.
So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna use my spoolie here, and I'm going to brush down my brows. Brush down your brows. So this is going to define the top. As you see in the previous video, what I did was pretty much, you want to start your brow from here. Your arch starts right here. You see, your soft arch, or some people don't like an arch. It depends on you, and also the shape of your face. You want to always frame it to the shape of your face. And then right here, from this nose area, that's where your tail is going to end. Please, girls, ladies and gents, your tail does not end here. Please, please, please. I'm just begging you. So right here, yep. So I'm brushing it down. Alright, then I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild pencil. I'm gonna define the top, soft strokes. Do you see how much more definition and darker the brows are looking? Yes. And soft strokes, ladies and gents, you don't want to do too much. Less is more. You build on your product. So when you define the top, you brush up. Brush your brows up, and then you're going to define the bottom. So it's like you're pretty much outlining your brows. And by all means, if you want to fill it in with powder instead, go right ahead. Fill it in with powder. It's up to you. So I'm filling it in with the pencil itself. Don't need much because my brows are already, you know, pretty dark. But I'm pretty much outlining and I'm blending. I'm using the spoolie brush to blend. Blend, blend, blend. That's my favorite word, blend. So I'm blending it. As you can see here, you go in a little bit more. I'm gonna go in a little bit more on the top because I want my arch to be a little bit higher. So you see how I pretty much brush down my brows again, because it pretty much gives me a roadmap of where I'm going. See? And that is how you perfect a brow. Now you could go in a little bit more. This is where I go in and clean up a bit, because sometimes it could get a little messy, and I like to clean it up with concealer. I really do, because it just gives more definition, kind of gives like a soft, bold look at the same time, if that makes any sense. And yeah, this is how you do a brow with the pencil. Now this is very creamy. This is a very creamy product. If anything, go a little bit lighter. It's up to you. Up to you. Now I'm gonna go ahead and define the bottom with my concealer. It's MAC Studio Fix concealer in NT45 I'm gonna use. Now I'm gonna use that just to define my bottom. And you don't, this is optional, you really don't have to do it, it's up to you, but this is what I like and it works for me, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead from this area where the eyebrow starts. I'm using, what kind of brush is this? A 242 brush from MAC. I like this kind of brush because it's soft. It gives more of a natural look. I feel like a flat, thin brush tends to, it's like I gotta work a little bit more. This literally goes with my curve, my arch. So I'm just defining the bottom. And blending it out, but softly, you know. See? And you just use your fingertips to blend it right in. Ladies and gents, just blend it right in so it looks natural to your brow bone. You could use this actually as a highlighter. That's why I actually go a little bit lighter. With NC45, it's a little bit cooler, but you could add it as instead of using an eyeshadow as a brow bone, you could actually use this as a brow bone highlighter. So, yep. So you see, this is with the Wet n Wild side. And now I'm gonna go in with my brows with the Mystery eyeshadow from MAC on this side.
On my other side of the brow, I'm using the Mystery brow powder and eyeshadow from MAC. And I'm also using an angled eyeliner brush as my brow defining brush.
I'm gonna do the same thing as in brushing down my eyebrows with the spoolie brush. So I'm road mapping. As you see, this is actually, you know, you always have, brows are pretty much like they used to say in beauty school. They're sisters. They're not twins. You know what I mean? You can make them into sisters or cousins as long as they resemble, okay? My eyebrow on this side is completely different from this side. So most of the time you just gotta match it up, all right? You just use your discretion for the most part and just follow your natural arch. If you don't have a natural arch, you gotta make one. And like I said, I'll show you in another video. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead with my eyebrow definer brush, and I'm gonna go in with Mystery eyeshadow to define my top first. So you see it's pretty much filling them in. I pretty much find the tail. Then I go in with my spoolie and brush my brows up. And I define the bottom. I use this curve, honestly, to help me define my brow in this area. That's why I really like the brow powder. I like the brow brush, because it really just, you just go here and look, it just finds it. You don't even have to put in so much work. You take your time. Practice makes perfect. If you're really into actually brows, if you want to perfect your brows, if you want to learn, if you want to learn how to, if you want your brows to look a certain way, you got to take the time out and do it. You got to practice. Not when on demand, when you're actually going somewhere and you're like, oh my god, I got to do my brows, and you don't practice, you're gonna get frustrated. Pretty much, trust me. I know. You're gonna get frustrated. So I'm going in, blending and pretty much building in the brow. Like I said, my brows are pretty dark already. It's just like I'm just defining the perimeter for the most part. So this is how it looks. I go in with the spoolie brush again, just to soften the look. You see? And then I'm gonna go and define I'm gonna go ahead and define underneath my brow, my brow bone with NC45 concealer again. On this side. So lightly tap. So you're just following your natural arch, guys. That's all you're doing. So you see? And then I'm going in and I'm blending. And that's how you do it with a brow powder. That's how you define your brows. That's how you fill them in. Now, like I said, this is going to give a little bit more definition. It's going to look a little bit deeper as well with the pencil or the pomade, like Anastasia's pomade. Any of the pomades from different brands are going to give more definition. The brow powder is meant just like to fill in and give more of a soft look. I mean, like I said, my brows are a little bit more defined, you know, but if you feel, I would recommend, oops, sorry guys, I was like talking without them. So I would recommend more of, if you're looking, like I would recommend if you don't have much brows, I recommend you use the pencil because it gives a little bit more definition. And like I said, you can build, you can fill it in with your brow powder. So you would have to use two products, you know? So you fill it in with the powder so it gives more of a soft look. So you just outline in the perimeter and then you're filling it in just to give it a soft look with the brow powder. This is one of my favorite things to do. I love brows. That's one of my favorite things. I wax my own brows. Like I don't really like anybody touching my brows like that because like I feel like brows is a big thing. It's like your hair. It's a big thing. Like it's on your face. You know what I mean? You don't want anybody to screw it up. And if I screw it up, it's on me, not on anybody else. So this is the finished look. And I hope that you guys find this very helpful. And yeah.
So this is the finished look, ladies and gents. Thank you again for watching. Like, share, subscribe, turn on your notifications, and yeah, just have a good one. Bye.